Yesterday, for the first time, I saw something that I knew would happen at some stage. I didn't expect it to happen this soon. And this is that I saw people going to a local dam, a fairly large dam, to actually fish for food. And I go out with my boys often. We do catch and release fishing. So do almost all the people that we've seen fishing in the past couple of years. They do catch and release. They do it for sport. But yesterday evening, fairly late, just before we decided to actually leave for home, a group of people arrived, and it was clear when they arrived that they were there to fish for food. And one of the people actually proceeded to hook a fish, which he flung out of the water like you couldn't believe. It wasn't that big, but probably enough to feed 3 or 4 people, and proceeded to kill the fish to take home. And as we walked back to our car, an armada of people arrived with fishing rods, because they were not allowed to fish in this manner. So they would arrive when it's getting dark, when most people go home, to try and fish to get food on their tables. And this shows you where the economy is going. And it's certainly people that don't live in the area where that dam is. So they are trying to find places where they could get away with fishing like this. And it's really, really a sad state of affairs. The next thing that I saw today at a local hardware shop that's been there for many, many decades, I saw people for the first time frantically trying to find something to mitigate load shedding in their homes. And you could feel the energy in the air, because the moment you walk into the shop, you have these light bulbs that actually have batteries built in, stacks of them. And then as you walk further, you get all these small portable power stations, inverters, etc. And that was where the activity was taking place, most of the activity. And it's just sad to see the desperation on people's faces. For the first time, I could sense in the air that the reality is starting to sink in, that this is not going away, that this is going to get worse. But the sad story is the fact that I knew from a technical perspective that none of those devices were up to scratch for stage 6 and higher levels of load shedding. Stage 4 maybe, but most of the batteries in that shop, they actually had signs up, which I appreciate, that said these batteries need 8 hours of continuous uninterruptible charging for them to last. Because most people are telling you, and when I go to shops and ask them, how long do the UPSs and these portable power stations last? And depending on the make, brand and price, between 4 months and 8 months. This is how long these items actually last under the current conditions. So people are asking for their money back, and the shops are saying, listen, yeah, we warned you. So we are not geared up for this. The country is not geared up for this. There are no devices on the market, except you going off the grid completely, that can deal with what we are dealing with right now. Eskom understands this. The government clearly do not. And when I mean the government, I mean everyone in government. The government is not the ANC. The government is 13 parties in parliament, and many others in local councils as well as in provincial parliaments. So these people need to educate themselves rather quickly to understand the situation that we're in. They will not be behaving the way they are now if they actually know what is happening on the ground. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to share this with your friends and family.